Far out in the Pacific Ocean, about 1,000 kilometers from the coast of South America, lies a group of islands that changed how humans understand life on Earth. These islands are called the Galápagos Islands. At first glance, they look harsh and quiet. Black volcanic rocks stretch across the land. The sun is strong, and the ocean crashes against the rough shores. Yet these remote islands are one of the most important natural laboratories in the world. The Galápagos Islands are not just another tropical paradise. They are a place where life followed its own path. Because these islands are so isolated, animals that arrived here thousands of years ago had to survive with very little competition and very few predators. Over long periods of time, they slowly changed. Their bodies adapted to the strange conditions of the islands, and those changes helped scientists understand how evolution works. The story of the Galápagos actually begins deep under the ocean floor. These islands were formed by volcanic activity. Hot magma rises from the Earth's mantle through a geological hotspot beneath the Pacific Ocean. Over millions of years, this magma builds up layer after layer of lava until a volcano grows tall enough to break through the surface of the sea. When this happens, a new island is born. Because of this volcanic origin, the islands are constantly changing. Some islands are older and slowly eroding away. Others are younger and still volcanically active. The western islands, such as Isabella Island, are among the youngest. Their landscapes are still shaped by fresh lava flows and volcanic peaks. The climate of the Galápagos is unusual for islands located near the equator. Instead of being extremely hot and humid, the temperature is influenced by ocean currents. One of the most important is the Humboldt Current, which brings cold, nutrient-rich water from Antarctica toward the islands. These nutrients feed plankton, which support fish, which in turn support larger animals. Because of these ocean currents, the waters around the islands are full of life. Sea lions swim through the waves, sharks patrol the deeper waters, and schools of fish move like silver clouds beneath the surface. But what makes the Galápagos truly special is how animals behave here. Many species are unusually calm around humans. This is because for thousands of years, they evolved without land predators like wolves or big cats. As a result, they never developed a strong fear of large animals walking on land. One of the most famous residents of the islands is the Galápagos giant tortoise. These tortoises are among the largest tortoises on Earth. Some individuals can weigh more than 250 kilograms and live for over 100 years. Long ago, sailors visiting the islands were amazed to see these massive reptiles slowly walking across the volcanic landscape. Different islands developed different types of tortoises. On some islands, the tortoises have large domed shells. On others, their shells curve upward like a saddle. These shapes help them reach different types of vegetation, depending on the environment. Another remarkable creature of the Galápagos is the marine iguana. It is the only lizard in the world that lives and feeds in the ocean. Marine iguanas dive into the cold water and scrape algae from rocks beneath the waves. After swimming, they return to the shore and gather on the lava rocks to warm themselves under the sun. Their bodies are specially adapted for this lifestyle. Their flattened tails help them swim efficiently, and their strong claws allow them to grip slippery rocks while waves crash around them. They even sneeze out excess salt through special glands near their noses. Sharing the same islands are the famous blue-footed birds, known as blue-footed boobies. These seabirds are known for their bright blue feet and unusual courtship dances. When a male wants to attract a mate, he lifts one foot and then the other in a slow, exaggerated walk. The brighter the blue color of his feet, the healthier he appears to the female. Above the cliffs and skies of the islands fly large seabirds, like the magnificent frigate bird. Male frigate birds have a bright red throat pouch that they inflate like a balloon during mating season. This red balloon becomes a signal to females flying overhead. The Galápagos are also home to one of the rarest penguins on Earth. The Galápagos penguin is the only penguin species that lives near the equator. Most penguins live in cold southern regions, but the cool ocean currents around these islands allow this species to survive much closer to the tropics. Yet, perhaps, the most scientifically important animals of the islands are a small group of birds known as Darwin's finches. At first glance, they may look ordinary, but these birds played a key role in one of the most important scientific ideas in history. In 1835, a young naturalist named Charles Darwin arrived in the Galápagos during his voyage on the ship HMS Beagle. Darwin carefully observed the animals and plants of the islands. He noticed that similar species existed on different islands, but with small differences. The finches were especially interesting. Some had thick beaks for cracking seeds. Others had long, narrow beaks for eating insects. Each type of beak matched the type of food available on that island. Over time, Darwin realized that these birds likely came from a common ancestor, but gradually changed to fit their environments. These observations helped Darwin develop the idea of natural selection. According to this idea, individuals with traits that help them survive are more likely to reproduce. Over many generations, these useful traits become more common in the population. The Galápagos Islands became one of the most powerful examples of how evolution works in nature. Beyond birds and reptiles, the surrounding ocean is just as extraordinary. Large predators like hammerhead sharks gather in schools near underwater cliffs. Sea turtles glide slowly through the currents. Dolphins leap through the waves, and whales sometimes pass through the deeper waters during migration. The islands also support colonies of Galápagos sea lion, one of the most playful animals in the archipelago. Young sea lions often approach divers and snorkelers out of curiosity, spinning and darting through the water like underwater acrobats. Over time, the Galápagos Islands became so important for science and conservation that they were protected as a national park. Today, most of the land area of the islands is strictly protected, and large parts of the surrounding ocean are part of a marine reserve. These protections help preserve the unique ecosystems that evolved here over millions of years. Because once lost, such rare environments cannot easily be replaced. The Galápagos remain a place where the story of life can still be seen in action. Animals continue to adapt, ecosystems continue to shift, and scientists continue to study how nature changes over time. On these remote volcanic islands, surrounded by the vast Pacific Ocean, life took a different path. And by observing that path, humans gained a deeper understanding of how all living things, including ourselves, came to be. And that was the story of the Galápagos Islands. Not just a glimpse, but a journey through one of the most extraordinary ecosystems on Earth. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Nature's Diary for more amazing stories of our world. See you next time.